Hey, what is up everyone? Today I'm taking a look at the high-grade Windam Roanoke Custom. And as you can tell from the color of that box right there, that this is a premium Bandai exclusive, so that does mean this video would not have been possible without those absolutely fantastic people over at BUYEE. So if you're looking for some rare or hard to find kits, you will always find them there, link in the description. So jumping directly into the overview of absolutely everything you get in the box once you snap it all together, and that of course is the high-grade Windam itself, the Jet Striker Pack, the A52 Offensive Shield Type E M9409L Beam Rifle, as well as the pair of ES-04B Beam Sabers. And anyway, let's get right on in to the aesthetics. So jumping right into the aesthetics now, and the high-grade Windam Roanoke Custom is pretty much identical, or should I even say 100% physically identical to the standard release version of the high-grade Windam. It goes pretty much without saying that the biggest difference of course is the color scheme, and this is one hell of a color scheme. I've said it before, so I'll say it again, I've never actually gotten as far as Gundam Seed Destiny, so I do not know as to why this color is so similar to an Athrun-Zala suit, just a little bit different. But what we've gotten here is a really beautiful shade of a greeny yellow or a yellowy green, the instructions calls it a yellow green, and nice soft purple and white, all topped off with a little bit of black. Personally, I do love the design of the Windam. It's such a unique looking grunt. It has an almost rabbit or bug kind of feel, and that giant almost V-fin it makes it look so damn dynamic. There's a whole host of surface detail all over this kit, looking for a little bit of extra attention, maybe some panel lining, maybe a little bit of paint in the vents, raised and recessed areas, and this thing will look phenomenal. Out of box, it still looks pretty good. So even though this kit right here is pretty much physically identical to the other Windam that we would have seen a few months ago, well, there are a couple of differences about this kit, as there usually is with a premium Bandai version. So there are a couple of aspects about the build that do make it slightly different, a different arrangement of parts and colors, and a different usage of stickers. And also this kit does have a D-runner, and if I'm not mistaken, that is also exclusive to this kit. And as for what that D-runner does, it changes this into this. So the green part there is a sticker, I'll talk about that in a second, but otherwise it just color inverts these. So the shield that would have looked like this, which would have been wrong off of the A and B runners, now looks like this right here, matching with the color scheme better. So just like with the full release, the biggest shocker in here is the stickers. So all of the green ones and the eye stickers I did use, actually I meant to use those head camera ones right there. I'll actually do that right now, but I used all the green ones, which are on the mobile suit we look at now. And all of these are off the backpack, and I didn't use them on the original Windam either because I think the backpack looks nice enough without the stickers personally, but that's just a personal choice. And finally, head camera attached. But anyway, back to those green stickers right here, those big ones up top, and the ones below are for lining this thruster segment right here. And the big one right there that looks like it's an arrow attaches on right here onto the front of the shield. So finally there's a full 360 spin just so you can see every angle of this particular kit, and I have to say, besides the kind of hollow aspects underneath the shoulders, this is such an absolutely beautiful grunt kit, or I guess a grunt elite in this particular case. So jumping right on back to the beginning once again, and there's the full lineup of absolutely everything that comes in the box when it comes to accessories, so let's check them out one by one. So the first accessory we're going to take a look at in here is the striker pack that comes in here. Once again, not fully color accurate, and attaches on into the back just like we would have seen the last time. I love this pack besides one aspect, which isn't actually the color accuracy, it's the fact that these missile pod segments up on the shoulders, they actually can be quite likely to fall off. This time around I'm not finding it such an issue so far, but I'm sure the minute I start getting into some poses, those ones towards the inside might become a little bit of a problem. So those little guys right there, you might want to tighten up. Or, attach permanently. Just like we would have seen before, this is an absolutely gorgeous striker pack. And that is ignoring the fact that it is not color accurate, but the detailing on it looks great, and it has some cool articulation to boot. You can drop down the whole backpack like this, fold the wings back out of the way like so, or the complete converse way, move it up like this with the wings downwards. It's got a lot of storage and maneuverability options, which I think are absolutely fantastic. But yeah, abysmally color inaccurate. Next up in here we do have a pair of beam sabers. These attach into the hands just like so. The handles are fairly generic, and these are the same beams we see all the time, so they do exactly what you want them to, and when they're not in use, just pop out those beams, and they can be stored on the side skirts via a little bit of a tab, and these hold on absolutely perfectly. So next up in here is the beam rifle, and just like we would have seen before, this is a very nice looking beam rifle. It is very simple, it's all in grey made out of 3 different parts. The handle down below does not move, but everything is where it needs to be. Sure, it's a bit plain, it does have a big seam up top that you may need to fill in if you want this to look perfect, but again, all the detail is there if you want to detail it up. As for attaching this, it's the usual sandwich hand routine. Pop it into the hand like so, close it up, and it attaches on with a ball joint attachment. And I'll mention there is only holding hands in here, nothing special. Last up then is the shield. We're going to be going with the one that we built for this kit, which is the one with the green sticker on that fin section. This looks really nice. And once again, for a grunt kit, this is quite cool. We've got 2 colors, that is the purple up front and the black round back. And of course, we've got the green sticker for the green. Attaching this is simple. We've got an adapter that slots into the back of the forearm. We've got 2 holes on the rear of the shield, so you can have it at 2 lengths. And we have 2 balls to attach it to, so you can have it on the side of the arm or on the back of the arm, just like this right here. So anyway, moving on to the articulation, and there's absolutely no real reason for me to go through all of this right now because it is 100% what we would have seen with the Windam. But the summary is, this builds like a fine build system or a 30-minute missions kit. It has the C-style joints that kind of click in, and then you pop a back onto the joint that is the knee and the elbow to keep it all together. The articulation is very nice, it's a very solid kit. Sometimes you might knock off the ankle armor, but it's nothing like the Leo. And on the whole, this is a very nice kit to pose, and it looks very dynamic once again for a grunt-based design. I absolutely love it. So anyway, that right there is it for the review, and this is my 3rd time taking a look at a Windam. The first Windam I gave gold tier because I feel it's great for the price, and out of the box you get a great kit, even though it does have some color inaccuracy issues. The second was the Eldora Windam, which I felt was not the same. The changes made to it made it a less awesome kit out of the box than the standard Windam was, and the value didn't seem the same. Finally, as for this, is this a gold tier kit or not? Even though it is pretty much identical to the high-grade Windam, and I guess because of that it has to be gold tier too, but honestly I'm not sure if that holds anymore. The amount of stickers is quite a kick in the teeth, but once again this is a grunt. Is it worth the premium Bandai price though? That is entirely up to yourself. Anyway, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you do want one of your own, there's a link down there in the description, and of course I will see you next time. As always, all my thanks to each and every one of you guys for making this channel possible, including those who support me over on the channel memberships and on Patreon, including Craig Jerry, Caleb Engelhart, Sean T. Van Fon, Global Frequency Studios, Lawrence C. Hack, Joseph Kukluk, Mr. Winter, and Forsetti.